broke into systems, stole millions, and left digital chaos behind. These 10 hackers became legends in the world of cybercrime, and their stories are as unbelievable as they are real. Let's uncover them one by one. From hacker to hero. Imagine a teenager so smart he could break into computer networks using just a phone number. And that's exactly what Kevin Mitnik did when he was only 16. He hacked into a big company's system in 1979 and copied their software. This was just the beginning. He became famous in the 1990s as the world's most wanted hacker. After breaking into more systems like Pacific Bell, he ran from the police for over 2 years. When he was caught, the government said he was so dangerous he could start a nuclear war with just a whistle into a payphone. But here's the twist. Kevin turned his life around. After serving 5 years in prison, he was finally allowed to use technology again in 2001. Today, he helps companies and even the government by legally hacking into their systems to test how secure they are. Yes, the same man once feared is now paid to protect. And get this, he's even written books and gives speeches. Kevin Mitnik went from being a hacker on the run to a hero in the world of cyber security. The boy who hacked NASA. Can you imagine hacking into NASA at just 14 years old? Albert Gonzalez did exactly that. He bought his first computer when he was only 12, and by his teenage years, he was already a skilled hacker. But he didn't stop there. Between 2005 and 2007, he became the mastermind behind the biggest credit card scam in history. He stole and resold around 170 million cards and ATM details. While most people worry about bills, Albert was throwing wild parties and staying in fancy hotels with the money he made from hacking. But every hacker's luck runs out. In 2010, Albert was caught and sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for hacking into big companies like TJ Maxx, Dave & Buster's, and Barnes & Noble. He told the court he had Asperger's syndrome and asked for a lighter sentence. Still, justice had to be served. After living the high life through illegal means, he's now paying the price. His release was scheduled for August 2023, but his story will always be remembered as one of the biggest cybercrimes in history. Teens who hacked the U.S. military. What if 2 teenagers could break into top-secret military systems just for fun? In 1996, British hacker Matthew Bevan, known online as Coogee, did just that. As a teenager, he found hacking U.S. military networks exciting and couldn't resist the challenge. Along with his partner, Richard Price, Matthew managed to hack into sensitive systems including NASA, NATO, and even the U.S. Air Force. It was shocking how far 2 young minds could go with just computers and curiosity. But things took a serious turn when Richard hacked a research lab in Korea and uploaded its files to a U.S. military system. At first, officials feared he had hacked North Korea, which could have sparked a huge international crisis. Luckily, it was South Korea, and disaster was avoided. In the end, the Crown Court decided it wasn't worth pursuing the case further, and both hackers walked free. Their story remains a chilling reminder of how far teenage hackers can reach, even into the heart of government secrets. The teen who hacked the Pentagon? What would you do if you could sneak into military computers at just 16? Jonathan James did exactly that, and it made history. Known as a gray hat hacker, Jonathan wasn't just messing around. In 1999, he broke into systems like the Miami-Dade School Network and Bell South. But things got serious when he hacked into the U.S. Department of Defense. He installed a secret backdoor and a special tool that let him steal thousands of usernames and passwords from military computers. This shocked the government, and in early 2000, agents raided his home and arrested him. Even though he was just a teenager, Jonathan was sentenced to 6 months in a federal prison, the first minor in the U.S. to be jailed for cybercrime. But the story took a heartbreaking turn. In 2008, he was accused of cybercrimes he said he didn't commit. Feeling hopeless and under pressure, Jonathan tragically took his own life. His story is a powerful reminder of how even young talent can get lost in the dark world of hacking. A secret hacker who stole $360 million 0 cents. What if one hacker secretly stole military secrets for 5 years and no one knew who they were? That's exactly what happened with a mysterious hacker named Astra. In 2008, a 58-year-old Greek mathematician was arrested, believed to be the one behind the attacks. Astra had hacked into the Dassault Group, a major French weapons company, and quietly stole sensitive weapons software and technology. The stolen data was then sold to over 250 people around the world, causing the company to lose a massive $360 million 0 cents. But here's the strangest part. No one truly knows who Astra really was. Even after the arrest, the hacker's real name was never made public. Why such secrecy? Was it to protect national security, or were there deeper secrets hidden in the stolen data? Astra's identity remains a mystery to this day, making him one of the most secretive and damaging hackers the world has ever seen. The Russian who hacked Citibank. In 1994, a Russian hacker named Vladimir Levine pulled off something straight out of a movie. He hacked into Citibank using their dial-up wire transfer system called the Citibank Cash Manager. He broke into the accounts of big corporate customers. From there, he secretly moved money into different bank accounts across the world, including the US, Finland, Israel, Germany, and the Netherlands. But the plan started to fall apart when his accomplices tried to withdraw the cash in cities like San Francisco, Rotterdam, and Tel Aviv. They were caught, and under pressure, they revealed Levine's name. At the time, Vladimir Levine was just a computer programmer in St. Petersburg, but now he was the center of a major international investigation. Authorities knew he was behind the massive cyber heist, but there was one big problem. Russia doesn't allow its citizens to be sent to other countries for trial. So even though the world knew who did it, justice was out of reach. Syria's secret cyber army. In 2011, a powerful group of hackers appeared online, calling themselves the Syrian Electronic Army, or SLA. They weren't just random tech experts. They supported Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Their goal? Attack anyone who spoke against him. Using tricks like fake emails, malware, and website hacking, they targeted news outlets, human rights groups, and political enemies. No one was safe, not even terrorist groups or neutral websites. Their attacks shocked the internet world and made headlines across the globe. What makes the SES so unique is that they're considered the first public cyber army from an Arab country. They even managed to break into websites of Middle Eastern governments, European agencies, and U.S. defense contractors. Their message was loud and clear. The internet could be a battleground too. Whether feared or praised, the Syrian Electronic Army showed the world that war isn't just on the ground anymore. It's also fought behind screens. The gamer's worst nightmare. Imagine trying to play your favorite game online, then suddenly everything crashes. That's exactly what happened in 2014 when a hacker group called Lizard Squad launched a wave of powerful cyber attacks. They used something called DOS attacks, which flood servers with so much fake traffic that they shut down. In August, they took down League of Legends. Just days later, PlayStation Network went dark. By November, Destiny was hit. And in December, Xbox Live was their next victim. Millions of gamers were locked out and very angry. But Lizard Squad didn't stop with games. In January 2015, they claimed responsibility for hacking Malaysia Airlines' website. They were also accused of messing with Taylor Swift's Instagram and being tied to strange online conspiracies. While they denied some of these wilder claims, their name became infamous in the world of cybercrime. For gamers and tech giants alike, Lizard Squad proved how a small group of hackers could cause worldwide chaos with just a keyboard and an internet connection. Russia's most wanted hacker. Imagine stealing over $100 million, 0 cents, and then living free like nothing happened. That's the story of Russian hacker Evgeny Bogachev, also known online as Lucky 12,345 and Slavic. The FBI says he was behind a massive cybercrime scheme that infected over 1 million computers with dangerous software called Zeus, or Game Over Zeus. This malware secretly stole banking info and let hackers drain people's accounts without them knowing. It caused huge damage, especially in the US, and put Bogachev right at the top of the FBI's most wanted cybercriminals list. But here's the twist. Bogachev is still free, living in Russia. Why? Because Russia doesn't send its own citizens to other countries for trial. So even though the US wants him badly, they can't touch him. He's accused of leading one of the biggest online thefts ever, and yet he's still out there. Bogachev's case is a perfect example of how tricky international cybercrime can be and how some hackers manage to stay one step ahead. The hacker who won a Porsche. What if you could hack a radio station just to win a car? That's exactly what Kevin Poulsen did back in 1990. He broke into the phone system of a Los Angeles station so he could be the 102nd caller and win a brand new Porsche 944. But this wasn't his only trick. He had already been on the FBI's radar for other hacking crimes. When things got serious, Kevin went into hiding, but he made a mistake. He left behind computer gear in a storage unit. The owners found it, gave it to the FBI, and the hunt was on. He even made an appearance on the show Unsolved Mysteries, and guess what? All the show's phone lines mysteriously crashed during his episode. Kevin was finally arrested in 1991 and later sentenced to 5 years in federal prison. Even after his release, he wasn't allowed to use the internet or a computer for 3 more years, making him the first American to have that kind of ban after prison. But here's a surprising twist. Kevin turned his life around. He became a journalist and started writing about hacking and cybersecurity. And he's a respected editor at the Daily Beast. From cybercriminal to cyber expert, Kevin's story shows that even the bad guys can change. These hackers changed the digital world forever. Want more crazy true stories? Like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.